Yo. Alright. So what are we saying?
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning, but winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy.
What's up with it, man? It's Looney Vicious right here, from fucking LabWorks. Are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah, shit.
What's up with it, man? It's Looney Vicious right here from LabWorks, you know what I mean? We're just chilling, getting this podcast started and shit, trying to make this shit happen. And I'm obviously the captain of the boat.
The captain.
We're captain. The homie Jigs,
No more, I'm gonna change my name, no more DJ.
Oh, you gonna change it? It's just Jigs.
But yeah, anyway, starting this podcast right here. So we just want to know more a little about Looney.
I mean, if we're gonna start it off, we're gonna talk about how I got into music or whatever. It was basically like 5th grade, I want to say. We had a project that we had to do, and it was like about poetry, and you had to do like an autobiography.
Shit, you started with poetry.
Yeah, bro. And they offered me to, read it in front of like the whole school.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, nah, you know what I mean? I was just like, fuck, I don't know if I want to do that. So I turned them down, but apparently, it was like one of the best poems I think I got from the school and shit.
Oh, you submitted your poem?
To the school.
But you didn't perform it?
Right. Well, because it wasn't like, it was just a class project for the class, you know what I mean? So everybody had to do it. And I wrote like a whole ass autobiography about my life and how everything, I was like, how old are you when you're in 5th grade, bro? I don't even know. But yeah, and then ever since then, like I started like, damn, everybody, all my friends and shit were telling me basically like, hey, fool, you're good at poetry, So I was like, fuck, you're right. So I just started, writing more and more. And then it wasn't up until like maybe high school, I want to say 9th grade, when I was really like, okay, I'm going to put this to a beat, because I forget what song I heard. I heard a song, and I was just like, hey, this beat's dope. And I was reading one of my poems at the same time, you know what I mean?
And you went with the,
and I went with the beat, and I was like, whoa, this just sounds cool, So I was like, fuck, I wonder how I could do it. And I'm not going to cap, when I first started recording, I recorded on a those cameras, the old school cameras that would come on top of the computer so you could FaceTime people.
Oh, like the little webcam?
Yeah, there you go, like a little webcam, yeah. And I would like record the audio on that somehow, and it was just a big ass pedal because we didn't have like a microphone or nothing, you know what I mean? So we had to fucking improvise. But I would have the fucking, and I would just record on my phone actually.
So you play the beat on the
I would play the beat on the computer,
and record the
on the
audio
microphone on the webcam, and then record the audio of. Sometimes I would do like a video and shit, and I would have my phone right there as well. Yeah, that was.
What kind of phone did you have?
It was a Metro or something, so the quality was ass. But at the time, it was all I had. So.
But like, was it? I mean, you're young, so it's not the flip phones.
No, it's not a flip phone. No,
it was like what, like a Nokia?
No, it was
iPhone already.
No, hell no. I didn't have an iPhone until I was an adult. Yeah, no, it wasn't a flip phone, but you know what? It was the BlackBerry. Is that what it is?
Oh shit.
Yeah, the BlackBerry. That's what it was, I think. And I would just set that shit up. The video was terrible, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You still have the videos?
Shit. No, I lost that phone.
Oh, okay.
So and back then I didn't know how to transfer all the
stuff.
Yeah. I lost the phone. But I do have some old shit that I heard the other day, and I was just like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Shit, at the time I was thinking, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I mean, we gotta start somewhere. And then I just I started trying to do that more, and I started listening to a lot more music and like lyrics and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, this is easy, like I'm already doing this pretty much, and then I forget when one of my homies had a studio at his house, and we just kind of started going from there. And I would go to his house every day after school, and we would just start, laying down random shit. And it was cool because like I was cool with his parents and shit. So every time I'd come in, his parents would be like making food because they already knew like, oh,
you were gonna be there.
Yeah, so like they made like sick ass dinners, like enchiladas and nachos and shit, bro. It was sick, yeah. And that was that homie was the first fool that I started like recording with.
Yeah.
And that's where my name pretty much came from. The Vicious part, because we wanted to start our own group called Vicious Rhymes Entertainment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just the homie didn't want to do it anymore for whatever reason. I just think he got too much. He got too much shit going on in his life or whatever. So he stopped doing it. But I just kept going on with my shit because I was already good at poetry. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to keep that shit going. And then I found what's his name? The homie that used to work here, and we went to his studio and shit. And basically we. That's where I started really like recording and finally getting the. Like a real view of what a studio is and like how to work the mic and all the programs and shit. Obviously, I didn't know nothing about the program because I was using Audacity. I think
okay.
I would record at my house when I finally got my shit, but I was using Audacity and that's just like way different than Pro Tools. You know what I mean? It's like basic. It's like hella basic.
No plugins and
exactly. I mean, you could, but you gotta pay. And I was a kid, so I didn't really want to do all that shit. I wasn't really a kid. I was like 16, but
Still a kid. How old are you now?
Right now I'm 28, so
you're still a kid.
Still a kid. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that's just basically how that came about, and I just never really stopped. I took a break because I had kids, obviously, and I got 2 kids. I got a boy and a girl, so I think I'm done. But yeah. So once I had that happen, I had to take a long break because I had to worry about I'm young. I just had 2 kids, so I had to really focus on providing for them, you know what I mean?
How old did you have your first kid?
The first one, I was 21, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I was 21.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, I was 21.
So music really it dropped in your lap. You didn't really like went out to search for it.
Right. Yeah,
that's just like it came natural, and it just found you.
Yeah, I just feel like I already had the capability of doing it just because of my poetry, like when I was writing poetry. Now if you ask me to write poetry though, I'd probably be like, fuck, because I kind of just put everything together, and I think I still can. That's where a lot of my metaphors come from and shit too. Like I just remember shit from that I used to read or like, write myself. But yeah, it was it's definitely different now because I have more of a variety in my head. Like I can rhyme this with this, or I don't even have to rhyme sometimes. It's like, it's weird. Poetry is definitely a different game, but I still do it every now and then. Not as much and not really as poetic, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Now it's more like just for the lyrics. And
just
shit.
Rhymes and
yeah.
But it helps. Probably helps, like putting words together, or
it does. Like, it really does, because
stories together on your songs.
Right, because I'll be thinking of something and it'll just come to my head and I'll be like, oh shit, I remember I used to say that, or this makes hella sense, or but yeah, that's pretty much how that came about.
I mean, there's a lot of rappers. Like, there's people that can rap. Everybody can probably rap.
Yeah.
Even like that, on the street little kid.
Yeah,
but to be able to put the words together and like make that story. Like, I play your music to like other people, and they don't know you, and they're like, oh, like this guy's dope. But the thing that they get is like I see the story on the song. I don't just see like, oh, he's just talking shit and
right. And that's where like kind of the poetry part comes in play, because I literally be just thinking about situations that have happened and I just start prolonging it into different words, you know what I mean, and trying to set it up different ways for people to understand what I'm trying to talk about. And sometimes I do a better job than others, obviously, but yeah, that's, most of my songs that are out are shit that I've seen, shit that I've done, shit that I've been through, shit like that, you know what I mean? So it's easy to write music because it just comes. It's real shit, you know what I mean? It's an everyday life kind of thing. So it's just, but yeah, you're right. Some people can, some people can't. And
some people try and they should quit.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's the nicest way possible. But.
Yeah, no, that's dope. But what about now? Like, tell people like where you are right now. You
start. So right now, I'm in a very happy place in my music career, just because, I mean, I'm really starting to see like the work. You know what I mean? The work that I put in is finally starting to give back in a way, because I'm starting to see people really ask about me sometimes. Like, I'll be meeting people, random people, and they'll be like, oh, you did this song or some shit. Like, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that was me. And oh, yeah, that's just cool. And it got to the point where at some point I was just kind of like, shit, that's weird. They know me, like, fuck. Because I could be hella paranoid, for I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just be like, oh shit, he like, they know me. What the fuck? Where do I know him from? Shit,
did they ever stare at you? Like, oh.
I mean,
or you had anybody like stare at you? I mean, probably
not like somebody that would come up to me after. I get stares all the time. I mean, the tats and fucking,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But that's the difference. I can't tell between. Sometimes they're like, oh shit, you know. They could just be like, oh shit, that's Looney, you know, like that's Looney Vicious full of raps.
Yeah.
Or they could be like, look at this fucking Mariante. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, what the fuck are they thinking? What are they trying to say? You know? I can't tell. So that's why it makes me hella nervous sometimes. Like. Actually, one time in Vegas, bro, it was hella random. Yeah, it was hella random. I was walking to the cars. I had gotten a rental and shit, and I got a room at the Rio. And I was with, who was I with? I think I was with my homie from, I don't remember who I was with, but anyway, the point is, like, I was walking to the rental, like, from the hotel and shit, because it's a big parking lot. And I was walking across the parking lot, and I hear, like, somebody calling, like, hey, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck, my homie that I was with? Oh, I think it was my homie from out there, actually. But he was like, hey, you know, they're trying to get our attention. And we thought it was, like, what the fuck, like, the cops or something, you know? Because we don't really know people like that out there. And then it ended up being this young chick, fool. She was like, she looked like she was 15, 16. And she was like, hey, you did this song? And I was like, yeah, you know, like. And she was like trying to tell me like, oh, yeah, I like that song, and I used to listen to the old shit, because back then I used to do like some love shit, you know what I mean? Like I got into that phase where I was doing like love songs and shit, but it just caught me hell off guard how, you know, and I was just like, fuck. And I even remember telling the homie, like, that's crazy. He's like, how does it feel to be famous type shit, you know? I'm like, I'm not even famous though, it's just, you know.
He's asking you right there.
But it just goes to show, you know, like, there's always people listening.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have like 1 million followers, there's always people listening. I didn't even know this person, you know? And they fucking, hey, you whoop-de-whoop. Like, yeah. That shit was cool though, you know?
So I was just looking at the reports that Apple sent, and I think one of the cities, like, I think one of the cities was San Jose that you were listening to, and then it was a different state, and I was like, I think it was like Arkansas or some shit like that. I was like, oh shit.
They got a thing where, I don't know if it's on United Masters, but I don't remember where I saw it. But there's a thing where you can check the countries and shit too. Yeah. And I guess a lot of people in Mexico and in Canada listen to that shit. So it's kind of like, damn.
Yeah, when you get the report, like, you see the cities that are listening to, and like, you know, it's like you don't expect that.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right. That's, you know, everybody always says you gotta reach out of your city, because everybody out here is trying to make it, and I feel like they just want to drown the next person, you know, because they want to get on top. And it's like, that's, you know, but everybody has their own strategy, I guess. But me personally, I like to help people, you know, like if I have an opportunity, that's why I don't really be charging people for verses a lot, unless it's like a verse that I know is gonna hit, or like they got, you know. Hey, if it's just a homie that wants to get on the track, yeah, if we'll come through, you know, like we could record, you know, as long as they pay the studio time, obviously, because they gotta contribute something. But, but you know, most of the time they're cool with that shit. But yeah, man, we just be, I like to help people, like I said, and some people don't. They just be like, oh no, I'm gonna need like $3,000, and it's like, bro, who are you again? Like,
yeah, no, that's just like, you know, if you got like 200 followers, don't charge for your verses.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and people really be trying to do that shit, and it's like, you're lucky I even found your page, type shit. Like,
yes. So, I mean, I think, what is it like, one of the things that you see that kind of put you in this position right now? Like,
definitely having a support system. I had, you know, people that I thought were rooting for me, and they really weren't. But as time went on, I started to see who was really rooting for me and really wanted me to do something with this shit. And that's all it was. It was really just supporting, or having a support system that really believed in my shit, you know? Yeah. So it made me make all the decisions that I've made pretty much regarding music. And having you obviously help me out with that shit too. That shit, I'm appreciative of that, because, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't offer the opportunity to help, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was dope, so, but yeah.
No, that's dope. I mean, one thing that I always preach to everybody is like the consistency.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to like find somebody who wants to be consistent. Like I can be bugging you 24/7, be like, hey, Looney, like, let's get it, like, do that, drop a song, go record. Right. But if you don't want to, you're not gonna do it.
Exactly.
So I think it's just, you know, we're just tools. You're like the lead of your own path. So
yeah, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's also why I feel like I didn't make as many moves when I was younger because I had kids. I really had to take a long break between then. It was like 3 or 4 years that I wasn't doing anything. And I told myself like, damn, when I started doing it again, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give myself this year to really like focus on getting songs on platforms, because before it was just YouTube, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really like wanted to focus on making the effort to buy beats and put them on iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, seeing your music there, like seeing numbers put in there.
Yeah, so that was really like one full year. I really just wanted to do that. So that's when I started coming out with the singles, like Real Vistas. That was my first single, and a lot of people like that shit because, again, I'm talking about where I came from.
Yeah. And
all the little homies that came from there too. They're like, hey, this shit's sick. So they be slapping that shit. They still slap that shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. But yeah, that's when I started dropping singles and shit, and they just started going from there. And then we worked on that album and shit too. That shit.
Yeah, no, that EP that's that drop.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up? Or
right now I got a bunch of projects that I laid down. They're just gonna get mixed and mastered, and I'm gonna start dropping them. I'm working on a mixtape. It's gonna be a little slower, slower jams. It's just starting to get cold. Well, it'll get cold, but
it's for the
cuddles, for the cuddle season.
The little cuddy bears that those ladies that need a cuddle bear.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's gonna be like that, It's a bunch of little slow jams that I'm putting together. It's a little different than what people are used to hearing from me because it's been a while since I did shit like that. But I'm really taking my time with it, because I want to make sure it sounds right.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be coming out hopefully in the next month because I just need like 2 more songs and it'll be done. But yeah, that, and then obviously a couple music videos that are dropping that we've recorded, and a couple more that we're gonna probably record before the year ends. But we're gonna be stacked for next year for sure.
One topic I do want to talk to you about, and it's a little controversial, but what's your take on like loyalty?
My take on loyalty, pretty much it's like, if you're gonna be there for me and you say you're gonna be there for me, then be there for me. Otherwise, why even say it in the first place? Like I've definitely had people say, like I said, I had a lot of people that I thought were rooting for me. They really weren't. So that taught me a lot myself. I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to be like that.
Yeah.
If you're fucking with me, I'm fucking with you. And that's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going to get in between that shit. Unless it's personal, then we can handle that. But that's different. Hey, the people that are supporting me, I'm going to be with them all the way, bro. And that's what it is. If you stand with me, cool. And if not, then step aside so I can get through. Because it's just like that, you know what I mean? Just stay solid, bro. Like, stay true to yourself, to your people that you claim that you love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you love them, then show that shit, bro, because tomorrow's not promised, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll see that person gone,
and then they're going to be wanting to get flowers and roses, and fuck, I wish I could call them. Call me now, bro, We're here right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, stay solid, bro, like, that's pretty much it. If you're loyal, then I'll fuck with you. And you can tell if a person is or not.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, you know what I mean?
They'll show their face.
Yeah, exactly. So
about like, giving people their flowers, like, are you one that, changing topics, are you one that like gives your lady flowers just on like, Mother's Day or birthday?
Yeah, I try to.
Or you do it like randomly, like whenever?
No, I should do that, you know what I mean? But
oh man, I don't want to put you on the spot.
No. I should do that. Honestly, it's just sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. And honestly, I'm a very forgetful person.
No.
Like if I don't look at the calendar, I'll probably be like, fuck, I wouldn't know it's Mother's Day, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like all over the place. I got to deal with work. I got to deal with hella shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just my head's all over the place. But yeah, I should definitely get better at that because, but
I said do it. It's not a holiday.
I know.
Because when they expect it on a holiday, like, okay,
Okay, cool. Everybody gets.
But if you do it when it's not a holiday and you forget the holiday, it's like, oh, it's cool.
Right. It means a little more, I guess, because it's just randomly,
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, he thought of me. No, I was just at the store getting beer and there was some flowers. I just said.
Hey, you know what? The 7-Eleven flowers.
Oh yeah, see,
you go to 7-Eleven and like go get a drink or whatever, and it's like, oh, there's some flowers right at the door.
It's just like, oh, for shit like these.
Yeah, yeah. Even like a rose or like
the fake ones. You seen the fake ones?
Yeah, I seen the fake ones.
So my homie told me one time that he did this. He bought a bouquet of roses, right? It was a dozen, I think, or whatever. It wasn't even a bouquet. And he took one out and put one of the plastic ones in. So all the other roses died, and that one stayed. Like, she was like, "What the fuck?" You couldn't really tell, you know what I mean?
Shit.
So she was like tripping out. I was like, "Fuck, that sounds like a good idea, bro."
It
What
is,
that shit?
right? All the
Yeah.
dead flowers around it, and then that
And then
one
just
that's
that one
like
that's standing up.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
It is.
I didn't thought of that.
That's how I was like, damn. He told me I just never done it, so don't tell her. No, I'm just saying, but
All right, make sure you do it before this comes out.
fuck, I know. Fool.
Because she's gonna know,
Hey,
like, oh yeah, you already knew.
I'm
about
working
it.
on it. No, it's
What about like, you know, you gotta do that party music, or you gotta do that?
yeah. So like, yeah, changing up the styles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. So that, like I said, I've been listening to a lot of music too, like that's hitting right now. Obviously, the fucking the corridos are the ones that are fucking hitting. So it's kind of like I've
Just
been
do
trying
like a
to,
peso pluma type.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah.
So or even like some reggaeton too. I see that shit everywhere. I feel like if we started doing that, shit, I think we could do it. You know, it's a little more different for me just because I don't really ever write in Spanish. I mean, I have a couple tracks that are like okay, you know, but the style itself with the Spanish is you know, like the beats are different.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little more work, but I mean, I think we can do it. You know, I got a couple that I've tried, and I'm just like, oh shit, this is cool. You know, I just haven't been able to record them yet, but I'll get to it.
There's one Spanish one that you sent me that's people that I shown it, they're like, shit, like he sounds dope in Spanish. They wouldn't think.
Oh yeah. I was
Like
just showing
English
the
rapper.
homie earlier. I was like, hey, you know, I showed him a song in Spanish, and this fool told me, he's like, hey, fool, you got bars in Spanish.
Yeah.
My pops too. My pops tells me that shit all the time. I didn't even know he listens to my music, but he says he listens to my music, and he's like, why don't you just start dropping? When I showed it to him, you know, because it's unreleased.
Yeah.
But when I showed it to him, he's like, why don't you just start rapping in Spanish? I'm like, fuck, you know, you're right, bro. I could, you know.
Yeah.
Switch it up and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that shit. I'm gonna definitely try to get into the party scene and try to
Spanish and reggaeton.
all that,
and
the dancing.
corridos.
Try to expand my
What about like a banda and like a hip hop type mix? Like if you have somebody like a banda, you know, playing like the hook or whatever, and then your part is like a hip hop rap.
That'd be sick.
That'd be dope, huh?
That'd be sick, yeah. Like a little remix type shit. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be sick though. Yeah, I'm down. So like have a band in the back just fucking, you know, playing and shit, and that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta find like, you know, people that are doing that stuff so that we can make it work. But yeah, that's a good idea. It'd be cool, and I would have to obviously hear the beat over and over and over.
Want to put that together.
Yeah, it'd be hard, but yeah, we could do it. That'd be sick.
No, that's dope. Well, that's you know, we'll do. Looks like Spanish coming up, and
Yeah. Got all that shit. I got ideas, bro. Like my notepad is full, bro. Just
You write?
yeah, right. Not like, you know, on my phone.
Oh, like
phone
your
I have
phone. Okay, no, like
so
you
I
don't
have like
have a
hella
paper.
songs. No. I mean, I do that too sometimes just because I'd be too lazy to fucking, you know, when I'm somewhere and something comes to my head, I'm like, oh shit, that sounds dope, you know? And sometimes I don't have my phone next to me, so I'll just be like, fuck, just write that shit down or just say it over and over and over and then hope I'll remember it. But yeah, no, my, like where I have all my songs and shit written down on it's called the Rhymer's Block or something like that. That shit helps. Yeah, but I have hella fucking projects in there that I just need to start getting out, bro. You know, I'm always busy. I'm always writing. I'm always doing something to try to, you know, get this shit going even further. But
No, that's cool. I mean, I think it's just consistency. Even if you're not like, it's not out there, but you're creating it.
yeah, so
You
we
know,
have it there.
There's a way. We always find a way to get it out, and I think it's just time.
Yeah,
When the time's right, it gets pushed out.
hell yeah.
Yeah. What about? I think a long time ago you mentioned about your dad. Your dad does music, or your uncle, or
My uncle, but I mean, he didn't really do music like that. He was just in the choir at church.
Oh,
so
okay,
he started getting hella into singing, and he would like, he wanted me to when he found out that I was doing music and stuff. He wanted me to help him, like maybe record something, or I think he brought it up once though, but that was like hella long ago, bro. I was a kid still when I first started, you know, recording. And yeah, I mean, he had a voice. I don't know if he still does it, to be honest. I don't really keep in contact with him like that. I barely see him, but yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, he had a voice. It was dope. Like he could do it. I just don't know if he pursued it or not.
so did anybody in your family like rap or did anything, or are you like the first?
I think I am. I have a cousin that, you know, he does this shit for fun. Like he'll every now and then, if I'm recording and shit at home, he'll like, oh, hey, let me get on the verse, you know, and fuck it, he'll come. Or he even writes some of his shit too, but we don't really keep in contact either. I don't know, bro. I'm very distant from my family. You know what I mean? But that's honestly the only person I know that raps as well, and he's good too, you know. But he only does it for fun. He's not like steadily pursuing it.
Yeah.
You know
So you're like maybe just the first one that's.
I think I am.
Your
Yeah.
family.
I think I am from my family. I don't know anybody else that does this.
But man, anything else you wanna get off your chest? Let people know. Let you know.
That's pretty much it. You know, anybody that wants to book sessions and shit, y'all are welcome to hit me up. Hit the homie up. Y'all know the page, LabWorks. If anybody out there wants to join the podcast and have a podcast, we can invite some people and shit. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. No. Anybody wanna showcase what they got is come on board. We'll have a little chat.
Yeah. We could talk about whatever, bro. We could talk about, whether you believe in aliens or not.
Right.
It's the lab. It's the lab. That's right.
Hey, but it sounds better when you say it's a lab.
That's like the exclamation point at the end, bro.
Yeah. And then everybody else here at the lab and whoever's not here again, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
So, but yeah, no, I appreciate you, man, and it's good having this chat.
Yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate you having me, man.